On Truth versus Hype this week, the contenders of 2014, Sharad Pawar. Will India's most networked politicians stay loyal to the UPA? Or in a season of shifting political allegiances, will he cross over to what many perceive to be the winning side? Over the next 30 minutes, an inside look into the mind of the enigmatic Mr. Sharad Pawar.
Nationalist Congress Party.
Sharad Pawar at a rally in Maharashtra, campaigning for the Congress-NCP alliance. It is visible proof, Mr. Pawar would argue, that he is very much part of the UPA in victory or defeat.
We are part of UPA and we will continue, our position will same even after the election, whether we are in majority or whether we are in minority.
And yet, as in every election season, Mr. Pawar's words and actions have sowed the seeds of doubt. In these elections, it began with his comment in early February where he said he supported the view taken by his colleague Praful Patel that Narendra Modi has been exonerated by the courts of his role in the 2002 riots, a position at odds with that of the Congress.
It's a
view Mr. Pawar repeated to us in an interview in Bombay.
Certainly, I said that when the court has said something, then one has to respect the court decisions. We respect the judiciary. So why to again and again raise that issue?
But the Congress doesn't seem to accept it. Just yesterday, Rahul Gandhi gave an interview saying that the facts have not been fully gone into, that Mr. Modi's role in 2002 has still not been proved, and that he is criminally culpable for the lives that were lost.
Yeah, but if he got some information, I go according to court's decision. I have not gone in depth or I have not gone in details.
But even his own colleagues seem to feel the need to qualify Mr. Pawar's formulation.
He has also qualified with this statement that as an individual, if he is the recipient of a clean sheet by a process of law, as a chief minister, he cannot shirk his responsibility of riots and the loss of human lives. So therefore, it's a qualified statement.
Then, in a classic Pawar U-turn from suggesting Mr. Modi is not guilty, he says as Chief Minister, Mr. Modi cannot absolve himself of the responsibility of the riots.
You don't believe Mr. Modi is responsible for the killings of 2002 and the violence?
In fact, I made a statement.
Yes.
When the judiciary has said something,
yes,
one has to accept. But I also made a statement.
Yes.
That when people discuss about overall situation in Gujarat, Gujarat is a developed state. Reasons and contributors are many, and one should not forget what happened at the time of that train incident. So that was also in Gujarat.
Okay, but then where do you stand on Mr. Modi's own role for the riots? Do you believe he's responsible or do you believe he's not responsible?
Suppose I am a chief minister, I am ruling and something happened in my state, I have to take responsibility. I cannot say no. I may not be directly involved, but as a chief minister, as a home minister, as an administrator, I think it is my duty to protect the interests of each and every citizen.
But you say that the courts have exonerated him. So to that extent, he can't be held guilty.
See, court has said about himself. But as a chief minister, definitely everybody has a responsibility.
In Mr. Pawar's rule book, these are not confusing, ambivalent positions to take. He says he comes from a tradition in Indian public life that doesn't see political rivals as enemies.
You see, in public life, my approach is something different.
Okay.
I don't treat other political party leaders, maybe our opponent, as an enemy. Yes, they have different view, we have different view. We'll fight in elections. In parliament, also on certain issue we'll fight. But we will keep excellent public personal relationship. We are civilized country. It's a civilized people.
What is your personal equation then with Mr. Modi?
No, my personal equation with most of the leaders, irrespective of party, including Modi, is good.
You have good equations with Mr. Modi?
Including Modi,
yes.
Good, I said, whether Sitaram Yechuri, whether Mr. Prakash Karat, whether Mr. Modi, or whether Nitish Kumar. But political relationship question doesn't.
There are other politicians who might lay claim to that tradition of accommodative politics, for instance Pranab Mukherjee, but without the tag of unreliability that has shadowed Mr. Pawar's political career. Some say it goes back to Mr. Pawar's entry into the political big stage when he split the Congress in 1978 to become the youngest Chief Minister of Maharashtra.
I distinctly remember it was Vasantdada Patil who was then the Chief Minister. And then there were these rumors that Pawar is going to switch and all that. And then Pawar went to Vasantdada Patil to dispel, the fears that he would leave. He apparently went, I mean, this was told to me by Vasantdada himself and those who were present in Vasantdada's house when that happened. He went, met Vasantdada, touched his feet, and not just touched his feet, in a typical style, he took an oath that, I have, kasam in पैरों की, so you touch feet and then you put a hand on your heart and you take a oath that I shall never leave you and there is no question about leaving you and you are a senior person and I will never leave you. And he not only, he just came out of that house after taking this oath and putting Vasantdada at rest. And the moment he came out, there were press people who went and they were interviewing Vasantdada live. And on the other hand, he came out and on the street outside Vasantdada's house, he announced that he is leaving the Congress Party. So it's as simple as that.
No question. He then staged his second rebellion in 1999 after the Congress Party's defeat in the previous Lok Sabha elections, where he raised the question of Sonia Gandhi's foreign origins, eventually being expelled from the party.
Our position is quite comfortable.
Mr. Pawar would brush this aside as history. Today he is full of praise for Rahul Gandhi and even offers a valiant defense of the Manmohan Singh legacy.
Does the role of Rahul Gandhi at the moment, the way when you see him campaigning, when you see him trying to galvanize the party, many believe that he has not been able to provide the kind of leadership to the Congress that is needed at this time. Do you believe that he still needs to politically mature and that he's not managed to inspire the Congress like, say, Narendra Modi has done with the BJP?
It's a question of any political party. Every political party got their right to select their senior office bearers and depend on certain sections of their own political party. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has become, as a vice president, his own party has selected him unopposedly as a vice president, and as a vice president, he is trying his level best to project his party's view.
Is he succeeding, you think?
Similar to many other political parties, nothing wrong with that, because to project their own party's view before public at large is a responsibility of every political party leader. And from that angle, he is trying his level best.
But he doesn't seem to be succeeding very well. Mr. Pawar, the Congress lost spectacularly in the recent assembly elections.
One has to see what will happen in these coming elections.
How would you rate Manmohan Singh, or how do you think history should rate Manmohan Singh as a Prime Minister?
Definitely, anybody can say today anything, but when anybody will sit and write this percentage about the performance and contribution of the Manmohan Singh, right from as a Minister of Finance in Narsingh Rao's days.
And as a Prime Minister.
And as a Prime Minister of last 10 years, definitely he has done good job. He has a very clean record. He has delivered the goods. He has succeeded to enjoy respect for the India outside India, and he definitely tried level best to improve overall economy of the country.
You would say that, Mr. Pawar, despite the fact that there have been so many scams that have beset the UPA government, ministers have been found guilty of corruption. How would you be able to defend that legacy?
You see, it's not question of defending. It's a question of some of them are allegations, and after the allegation, immediately concerned people have stepped down, and they are ready to face any investigation or any inquiry. So Mr. Dr. Manmohan Singh has never interfered and never tried to protect anybody if suppose something happened.